This weekend, the clocks for millions of Americans will fall back, gaining an hour of sleep as daylight saving time comes to an end. Daylight saving time will begin again for 2024 in March when we set our clocks forward and lose an extra hour of sleep. The time adjustment affects the daily lives of hundreds of millions of Americans, prompting clock changes, contributing to less sleep in the days following and, of course, earlier sunsets. Those disruptions may have contributed to public sentiment souring on the time change in recent years, but legislative moves to do away with daylight saving time have stalled in Congress. Those disruptions may have contributed to public sentiment souring on the time change in recent years, but legislative moves to do away with. What is daylight saving time? Daylight saving time is the time between March and November, when most Americans adjust their clocks by 1 hour. We gain an hour in November, as opposed to losing an hour in the spring, to accommodate for more daylight in the mornings. When we spring forward in March, it's to add more daylight in the summer evenings. In the Northern Hemisphere, the autumnal equinox was Sept. 23, marking the start of the fall season. When is daylight saving time 2023? Daylight saving time will end for 2023 on Sunday, Nov. 5 at 2 a.m. local time, when our clocks will go back an hour, part of the twice annual time change that affects most, but not all, Americans. When is daylight saving? When does daylight saving time begin in 2024? In 2024, daylight saving time will begin at 2 a.m. local time on Sunday, March 10, and end for the year at 2 a.m. on Sunday, Nov. 3. When does daylight saving time begin in 2024? Is daylight saving time ending permanently? The push to stop changing clocks was put before Congress in the last couple of years, when the U.S. Senate unanimously approved the Sunshine Protection Act in 2022, a bill that would make daylight saving time permanent. Although the Sunshine Protection Act was passed unanimously by the Senate in 2022, it did not pass in the U.S. House of Representatives and was not signed into law by President Joe Biden. Does every state observe daylight saving time? Not all states and U.S. territories participate in daylight saving time. Hawaii and Arizona, with the exception of the Navajo Nation, do not observe daylight saving time, and neither do the territories of American Samoa, Guam, the Northern Mariana Islands, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Because of its desert climate, Arizona doesn't follow daylight saving time. After most of the U.S. adopted the Uniform Time Act, the state figured that there wasn't a good reason to adjust clocks to make sunset occur an hour later, during the hottest months of the year. The Navajo Nation, which spans Arizona, Utah, and New Mexico, does follow daylight saving time.